Hi guys, it's Tao from Shine Bright Design, and today I'm doing a piece from Jasmine Beckett-Griffith's new book, and this is her mermaid colouring book. So this piece is called Jeweled Octopus, and I printed it out and scanned it from the book and printed it out on Strathmore drawing paper, and this is the toned paper. And what you see here is that I taped it to a clipboard. Now the reason is because the paper is actually quite thin, so I was actually concerned that it may tear during my work process. So what I did was I taped it to a thicker board, so a clipboard is very useful, or I would use foam board. So I also took the opportunity to use Holbein pencils on this Strathmore paper because I hadn't used the Holbein pencils yet. So this was the first time I used them, and I was thoroughly impressed by the outcome, because the Holbeins were very soft and buttery and they were very pigmented. I feel like they're better than Prismacolors. If you like Prismacolors, you will definitely like the Holbeins because they're not too soft and they're not too hard, and they don't smudge like how Prismacolors smudge. So Prismacolors are made out of wax, and because they're made out of wax, they push and pull color very easily because it's what they're made out of. Holbeins have the same buttery consistency, but they don't smudge like how the Prismacolors smudge. So obviously there's a lot of rumor going around about Holbeins being toxic, but at the end of the day, you got to do your own research and you got to make your own decision, and that's what I did. And after using the Holbeins on this piece for the first time, I don't care about all that rumor talk about the Holbeins. I think the product shows for itself how great it is. It's a really beautiful product. The finish of it is really nice, and Holbeins is a very big name company. So I believe and trust in big companies, Holbeins, Faber-Castell, Prismacolor, because I know they have established themselves long enough to have a good reputation. One of the favorite things I love of this piece is the eyes. They are absolutely beautiful, and the most outstanding part of this piece, I believe. I think the color, the skin tones and the pastel tones in the Holbein set is also very beautiful. There is a large variety of skin tones, and I'm so excited to keep using these pencils. But as you can see, because the eyes were so large, I really loved that. Because this piece was also using Holbeins, and I know not many of you guys have Holbeins, I took an opportunity to kind of use whatever mediums I wanted to use, because maybe it would interest you guys in purchasing it if you saw my demonstration. And here I'm using ink as a basis for my hair. And what I like about this is that you can, one, you save on the pencil pigment because you're using an ink to do the base. And two, you're not straining your wrists by pressing down or working too much. So this saves me time as well. So that's why I use markers. I think it's really smart to use markers in your coloring because one, it saves you time and it saves you less wrist pain. Because coloring for long hours can be very tiring. Sometimes I color for 7 to 8 hours at a time, and I find it can be really strainful on the wrist. So by incorporating things like pastel or ink in your base, it really saves you time and strain on the wrist. Here I'm doing some painting with the Finetext Gold watercolor palette. This is a very beautiful palette. If you guys have been following me for a while, I've been using it for a long time, and I am just in love with the effect and the finish that it gives you. I find metallics really subtle, and they dry really quickly as well. Here I'm using a range of pinks and salmon type of colors to create the lip. So this piece is very similar to the original painting. If you want to look that up, you can compare the difference. They're very similar. I've changed things slightly, but you know, it's very much paying homage to the original painting. So here I'm using like a mint color and a lavender color and almost like a burgundy color as well. And I know a lot of you guys watching this or doing the tutorial may think, what the hell am I thinking? What is she doing? Those colors don't match at all. Those colors don't work. And what I'm doing here is creating underpainting. So if you look at the original painting, there is a greenish blue tint in the octopus, and that's why I used the mint color, because I wanted that color to kind of come through towards the end. And it's all about layering. So you'll see that the mint color will come through later on, and it will give it a very nice finish. It's a very interesting look as well. So here's the finished octopus, and you can see even though we've added that mint, it doesn't actually stick out that much, but you can see those colors of the mint green coming through, but it's not to a point that the octopus looks strange. So when I did the jewels and everything, it was finished. And here I'm showing you some peel porn, because I always think peel porn is really great sometimes when you peel back that piece of tape and there's a nice crisp finish towards the end of the painting. So guys, my final comment on this piece is I didn't have that much of an issue doing it. I love the paper, I love the products, and I love how it turned out. And I hope you guys can enjoy this piece and you do the tutorial. And if you do, I would love to see it. So comment below guys if you have any questions, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.